by Africa, high western and central region. I'm about to take you on a journey that is going to help you to know one beautiful community in the central region of Ghana, Anomabu community. Now, we are in Anomabu community because there are three major personalities who played significant role in Ghana's independence and in the abolishment of slavery in the Gold Coast. They played a major role. Now we're going to go to the memorial garden where I will show you these personalities I'm talking about. When we are done with that, we'll also have the opportunity to get closer to the fort that played a pivotal role in the transatlantic slavery. I mean, through the history that was told by the senior tour guide, I've realized that the Anomabu fort played a major role, which means that chunk of the slaves passed through this fort more than any fort or castle in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure you want to know more about the people of Anomabu. Well, we'll still have opportunity to speak with the Queen Mother of Anomabu. Beautiful woman, eloquent and very intelligent. You wouldn't want to miss this. You ready? We have lots more to show about the people of Anomabu.
Anomabu is a fishing community, and of course farming as well. When you go to the northern sector, there are farmers, and in the southern sector, there are fishermen. Anomabu is the capital town of Annamaboe itself. We have Eja division, and then Anomabo, and Eja is under Anomabo. As I said, this fishing community, the name Anomabo, those days, those who find Anomabo, basically we are all from Techiman, we are all from Techiman. And then they came, and there is this a hunter who came with his siblings. And then as, they descend, the hunter saw a rock down the beach, and which has a whole lot of beds. So he went back and told the siblings that he's found a place, the beach with a flock of beds. And literally the meaning is that Anomabu, a rock with beds. So this man came down and came to settle here. But then we have our slogan. When you say Anomabu, or Obunoma, then the response is that Insu Anu Eti. Why the Insu Anu Eti? The Insu Anu Eti, when the first people who came to Anomabu, they came and met the Eti people. The Eti people are the short people with bushy hair. Okay, with bushy hair. So that is why when they call, when the slogan is said, Obonoma, that is Obo is a rock, and then Noma are the beds. And the Eti Insu Ano, because they came to meet those short people with their bushy hair, along the coast. That is why it called, they say, an Obonoma Insu Aneti, Obonoma Insu Aneti. And also, we have this, when you say Insu Aneti, Ikrowa was a Kenten Kunsu. Now was it Ketefu Wakar? The goddess from the sea. Those days they were saying there was this woman who comes to fetch water, but then his dress is very beautiful. And then what he uses is, there's tongues, okay, ketefu. I don't know how to say it in English, but there is this tongues that is what the woman was using, for a car. I would say something that is used it to carry the water. And you'll be surprised that it's all mystery, because the water, she fetches the water with baskets. You see, it's impossible for you to fetch water with a basket. So, as they say, in Shanghai, ikrowa wadi kenten kunsu, na wadi kitifu wadi bakar. So, Annamaboe have peculiar, history, and we are so proud of it. And Annamaboe has so many scholars, like Kweji Agre, Akim Ferguson, you can name them. Amono, the faith, and things like that. So many, And then we have our festivals. We have so many tourism things that we can boast of.
Share some with us.
We have a place like Oti, where before the chiefs, that was where the chiefs were meeting for their traditional council. Okay, when the chiefs were meeting, and all those places are still there, and they meet under a tree. Okay, some of the trees are there, but it's sad that now we don't value things, because when a place like that was supposed to be, we need to keep that place, because as I speak now, when you go there, the goose pimples that will get you, you will see that truly that place was a unique place. And also, I hear even when the lady Mborba was having an agreement, or Mborba was according to the history, the oral history, Mborba was the one who saved once Anomabu, and it was about money, gold dust, and that place was the place that they went and weighed the money. Some of the oral history said the money was weighed from morning till evening, from morning 6 o'clock till evening 6 o'clock, and then some also said it was 3 days. Okay, it was all oral this thing, yeah. So we have our faults, we have our pusuban, we have our temperance, we have Paka Wells, a lot. But it is time for us to value all those things, because if you are to add value to it, Anomabu will be a place that, when we're talking about tourism, it will be here.
Let me ask you this very important question with regards to the role of chieftaincy in our development today. I would want to make reference to recently what happened between Odike and the Ashanti chiefs. I don't know if you've monitored. If you haven't, you won't comment on it. Okay, so the misunderstanding between the Ashanti chiefs and then Odike, where a radio station was actually closed down, where he was actually banished from the town, and then we say these are things that contradicts the constitution. But the chiefs say they are the owners of the land. And then if somebody disrespects them on radio, they equally have the power to ensure that the right thing is done. Now, from where we came from, the powers that the chiefdom had, or the chieftaincy circles had, and now what you have, what will you say about it?
You see, it takes two to build: love, passion, and understanding. We should try and give respect to those who deserve it, because chieftaincy is unique. I would say it is time for us to value what we have. because they said, free talk. So people just get up and talk. And charity begins at home. Okay? I mean, it wasn't good, whatever the person said. Nananom has spoken. We are there to, in a can, we say oba, oko ejanan go nada, wopepa, na wonchanchin. You see, we have to straighten up things. But until we start to let the youth, to let the people out there know that the chieftaincy institution has values. Let's respect ourselves. Let's teach our future leaders also. Let's give them also respect. It was bad for him to do that, but he's already done it. So we have to call him and then we talk to him. I know my chiefs have good hearts, okay? Because if you have to punish someone, you punish the person. Once the person repents, knows that what he or she did is not good, and he apologizes, I think you should be able to pardon the person. Okay. Because that is why we are there as chiefs or traditional leaders.
I see.
Yechre. Abofaba onyona do pepa. Wa menkada oyene ye. It's my make us but yenhwe. Etwa wona asra na ya aka ho na efuwa.
But by that, do you by any means feel that the powers which the chiefs used to have back then, the chiefs were the authority in society, and then after democracy, things turned around. Now, it sometimes seems like we have our chiefs, they are very much respected, but there are certain things within the remit of the law a chief cannot do. And do you sometimes feel like some way, somehow, our rights has been stamped upon in a way?
Yeah, it is true. Human rights. It is true. The chiefs are custodians of the land. Okay, so when you people are doing the law, at least you should do it with the chiefs. We've seen that our respect, we are losing our values, and it is time for the people out there, the politicians, everyone, to respect chiefs. And I say we the chief also, we must respect ourselves. You see, it's because we are losing our traditional rights and we are copying people. That is why things like this are happening. Okay, but say a sign and I yes and na yakafa obey.
By that, do you say that some aspect of the constitution should be amended to ensure that some level of power is given back to the chiefs?
Yeah. Some of the constitution should be amended. That one there, it is true, because they shouldn't forget. So we work with them. You see, because when you are coming to the chief's land, and then you just come, and then something happens, whom are you going to see? It's obviously the chief that you go back to see. So, and the people who know the culture, they do respect it. No matter what, they do respect the custom rights.
Do you still see democracy to be the best tradition and a ruling setup traditionally? Do you see democracy as the best, or some way somehow we have to have a rethink about democracy?
You see, that is what I'm saying. Emirates sound, but a kakakakra. Na on trade and what democracy ninti yenti sebio ya himfo do. Ibu biara o ede yezima hena himfo no. O ede yezima hon. Say when you go out there and you have respect, you listen to, you obey the rules. You cannot go out there and change their their culture. They value their culture. So why can't we also value our culture? Rather, they are the people who even have to, help us to respect the culture that we have, the unique culture that we have. Let's respect our chiefs and the queen mothers.
Just before we go, if there are other developmental challenges of Anomabu you would want to share with the world, we want to hear from you.
Yes. What I would say is, I always say some of our roads, we know the government has done a lot for Anomabu, but we still need some more. For instance, we appreciate the sea defense that the government did for us. Other than that, I'm telling you, by now, I'm sure even the fault would have been gone by now. But they are still working on it. But we need more. There are so many things like our fishing carriage, fishing university, some of the roads. I'm not saying he has not done some for Annamaboe. He's done a lot. Now we have market, which is taking a longer time, but now the contractor is on it. Anomabu town, yes, our roads are perfect, but when you go to the villages, they are crying. So that is what we plead with the government, that the promises that he's done, his promise, he will fulfill it. He's doing it, but you shouldn't forget that we need more, especially we the women. I'm speaking as a mother, as a paramount queen mother, and some of the schools also have challenges. I played with him. As Kweji Agre said, if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. And then also education is key to success. We all know that Fantes were the people, when you talk about education, it was Fantes. But now things are not going on well as we least expected. So we are pleading with the government to come back and strengthen our education system. Thank you.
Thank you.